Alrighty, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Starting off with Season 2, Episode 1 of Smokin and Throwin. We're going to be smoking a brisket flat today and throwing the heavyweight. Let's fucking go. We're going to start off by getting this baby lathered up in a mustard binder. Make sure that seasoning sticks real well. Just going to be keeping it simple with a salt and pepper rub. Nothing crazy today. Get that nice and coated and sunk in there. Then we'll flip it over and get the other side with the same thing. And I don't want to hear any comments about my brisket trimming. It's been a while. So after we get that brisket prepped, we're going to head out to the grill, get that thing fired up. We're going to throw some charcoal in the green egg, as well as a tumbleweed fire starter to get those coals rolling. Close the top, get those vents opened all the way for maximum airflow. Once we got the coals rolling hot, we'll throw the indirect stone on there so we can smoke that brisket nice and good. Throw the cooking grate on there, close it up, let it get to a nice temperature, shooting for like 250 to 300 degrees. Unfortunately, my temperature gauge is broken, so we're going to be eyeballing it today. Yikes. Now that we're up to temperature, so we think at least, throw the brisket on there, get it tucked into bed nice and good. He looks comfortable, so we'll go ahead and close up the top and set our vents and get to throwing, baby. Setting up our throwing area to start off. We got Nala out there at the park. It's a beautiful day to throw, beautiful day for the dog, playing a little fetch if she wants, and she does. There she goes. Oh, and she doesn't. All right, now it's a little hit or miss on the fetch department. Get a good stretch and get into some drills. I like to start my heavyweight weights for distance with some drills. So first we'll be working on one turn from the back of the trig. I like to start with drills. Nala likes to start with 56 pounds of lead in her face. But we can't let that happen. So we'll get air right on out of the way. Anyways, we'll start with the one turns out of the back, just working on our footwork. It is 56 pounds, so got to prime the body, make sure we're on balance. And then after we get a couple of those drills out of the way, we'll work on some one turns from the front of the trig, working on that release angle and timing in the finish. Use an old trusty pitchfork to mark our distances today. So we'll get things greased up with these one turns, get ready to roll for full throws coming to you right now. Boom, 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 boom. Full throws are looking good today. Everything was rocking around 36, 37, upper 37s and 37 feet, which I was pretty happy with. And then, hey, if you get a sick drone, you get some cool shots like this too. Shabang. Shabang. Getting me fired up. Good day overall at the field. And we get back to this here brisket. It's about 3 hours later. It's a 5-ish pound brisket, so I was planning on doing it for about 6 hours. So we'll take it off halfway. Ideally, the brisket would be at about 165 degrees. I'd show it to you right after I drop my camera. It's a windy day out in the backyard. Anyways, yeah, we're supposed to be at about 165 degrees. That's when you take it off and wrap it up. So things were a little crispy at this point, which I wasn't too happy about. I kind of knew at this point we were heading in the wrong direction, but it's going to act like it's all fine anyways. Don't ask me why, but instead of wrapping it up the traditional way, I did it in a tinfoil tray, threw some barbecue sauce on there and some butter, got it wrapped up and ready to go back on the grill for a couple more hours. So after about 3 more hours, took her off, and we'll see what we got in store. Ideally, this would be nice and juicy, nice and tender. But you see here, you see that little bit of sticking as I try and get it out of the pan? See, that was my first sign that this did not go well. Then my second sign that it didn't go well was the crunch when I got into this thing. Yeah. So yeah, a little crunch, but hey, she still looks edible.
Nice.
And she's got a hell of a crust on there. I will say, with how dreadful this looked, that first bite was still delicious. It is very flavorful, very savory, but definitely a bit crunchy. So we proceed to cut this thing up. It's not looking like a brisket, I'll tell you that much. Obviously, brisket requires a little more finesse. So we won't be eyeballing or guessing temperatures on the next one. We'll get the right equipment and revisit brisket on another episode, huh? But hey, at least now I liked it. It's positive and everything. And yeah, that's season 2, episode 1, Smokin and Throwin. Thanks for watching, and looking forward to the next episode. Stay tuned.